Everybody, thanks for watching. So yeah, real quick, Merkabah Scholar Society members, make sure you guys check the app for the updated calendar. Also, the website is down for the next couple of days. It is being updated. So make sure you guys stay tuned for updates on that. Also, the new book is now available. So there'll be 100 more copies will be available. Make sure you guys get these copies. Once they're gone. The link will no longer work, just like last time. So we're going to put 100 more copies. Make sure you guys grab them. Merkabah Scholar Society members, you guys check the app. You have a discounted link on the app to get the book at a cheaper price for everybody in the society. But yeah, make sure you guys get the book. I know a lot of people asked about it. It is now available. The new book, grab it. It's just part 1 of 3. Also, for everybody waiting for Guide to God. Guide to God, I am now able to put it out. So it will be coming out. It will be releasing soon. So make sure you guys pre-order this book. Everybody who is waiting for a copy of this, you guys will get these shipped out. I'm now able to put these out, but I only can put them out in limited capacity. So it's going to be a few at a time. So it's only about 70 people waiting for this book. That's older book. You guys will get it first. Everybody else, make sure you pre-order the book so you can get it after that. But it'll also only be 100 copies of this as well. And it all has to do with the court case and the shipping deal I had going on. To keep shipping costs down, I have to do it this way, but also selling the books to help out with those costs. So make sure you guys grab the book. If you want a copy, I'm telling you, grab it. It will be gone. So pre-order for this book is now available. Link is in the description. And the new book is now available. Make sure you guys grab it. Also, I'm going to be reviewing both books. So every single chapter of both books, I'm going to be doing a video review on both these books. And then once we're done that, we're going to be doing a live. We'll do questions and answers or what have you for these 2 books. So everybody who ordered the book before and everybody who ordered it now during this time will get those videos for free, and you'll be able to participate in that live for free. Everybody else will have to buy the video as well as the book. But everybody who receives it now, who orders it now, out of this next 100 people, will get those videos for free when they release. So it'll be every single chapter. I have to do it for Guide to God because it's a very deep book. And I know a lot of people are going to have questions about that book. Very deep. But we'll go through it in a video series as well on each chapter of these books. And it's going to be deep, and it's something I have to really get into because a lot of the videos that I did leading up to this point are really going to make sense in this book and in those videos. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So yeah, make sure you guys are up to date on a lot of the videos. I have a lot coming up. It's a lot going on as far as information being put out. I put out the last video to let you guys understand, like, it's a lot changing. It's a lot that's going to happen. A lot of it is coinciding with what I'm talking about in the books. So stay tuned for that. I had to edit Self-Inflicted Religious Deception to kind of sort of put some up-to-date stuff in there because I think a lot of it has to do with what we're getting ready to see moving forward. But yeah, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about or new to the channel, the books were put out before. It's a long story, but the books are now being re-released after a legal issue that I had. So everybody who pre-ordered the book, a lot of those people didn't get the book. A lot of people got their money back. A lot of people still waiting. So now I'm able to put this book back out and re-release this book, starting with Guide to God. The other 2 books will be released as well. The Reverse Psychology of Black Economic Wealth will be out next. And we'll keep going from there on. But it's a lot of issues with the whole thing. But now I'm able to release them. So make sure you guys go ahead and grab them now. But yeah, let's get into this video. So yeah, I've been putting out a lot of videos on energy over the years, and energy association is the point of this video. I want people to really understand, what that is about, because I think now more people are starting to realize the trap that we fell into a long time ago. There's more and more videos coming out that's opening people's eyes to the truth. And I've been putting out these videos over the years. A lot of the stuff is new, but you'll go back and see a lot of stuff that people are talking about, me and other people have been talking about for decades now. But it's important, as I always get into the whole trap of hip hop and everything like that. It's important to understand the context. It's important for people to understand where this stuff stems from and where we are with the whole situation. And energy association is important because if we're thinking about manifesting, everybody says put it out to the universe or manifest it, right? Put your energy into it. If you put your energy into something, it is something that you are basically wishing for when you begin to understand the whole esoteric aspect of it. So if you think about it in context to energy association, what you put out is what you will receive. So if you get a people to put out negativity, that's what they will receive. And this is what we have been, falling victim to over the years with the hip hop culture and the whole association with negativity. So it began with, as I said before, with just saying I'm bad in reference to meaning you're a tough person, right? So when we begin to allow energy association like gangster or thug and things that have this negative energy or these negative context to it to come into our reality, it changes the reality. It's the reason why the Black community has been the same way for decades now. We have not come out of the situation that we've been in since the 90s, since the 80s, since hip hop came onto the scene. It's been exactly the same. You got dudes hustling and selling drugs. You got dudes killing each other. You have this gang mentality. You have this whole hate that's happening in the Black community between Black people. Instead of us uplifting each other, we compete with each other. And this is what's been put out there for us to fall victim to over the years. But with energy association, you understand where that energy is coming from and how we have adopted it into our culture to manifest what we see today in the Black community, right? So when we look at, just the music and the negativity that the music speaks of, and us speaking that into our daily life, us listening to that music, us, surrounding ourselves with the context of that music, walking out our doors every day and seeing that reality that hip hop music has brought about and what it's talking about, we are manifesting exactly what the music is telling us to manifest in the community, right? So energy association, man, just understanding that energy that's coming from that culture, we are putting out into our communities, and it's just how it is. The Black community has been programmed to be exactly what it is. Our culture, which we think is ours, is basically being picked out of a hat. The things that we hold on to as being our culture was given to us. Every single thing, if we look at it, it's not something that we built. It's something that was already put out there for us to create. And I like to use the analogy with Legos. If you go buy Lego, Star Wars, like you'll put together a Star Destroyer, right? You could take those pieces and you can make something else out of those pieces. But those pieces was designed for you to create a Star Destroyer, a ship, or what have you. But you can use it to build whatever you want. But instead, they were already prefabbed to be exactly that, right? So we know there's a lot of different things you can do with Legos. You can build all kinds of stuff. But if they're only giving you the pieces to build that ship, that's all you're going to get. That's the only thing that those pieces are going to make sense to make and build is that ship, right? Now, this is what's been happening to us. We have only been given the pieces to build a negative community. And this negative community is exactly what we live in. All the pieces that's been put there, the drugs, the violence, the guns, right? The schools, it's what's been put there for us to pick from to develop into what we are today, right? The whole mentality that we have in school of, getting the education so you can get a job to work. The entrepreneurial spirit is dead in the Black community because we don't support each other, and that's by design. All this stuff has been put there for us to be exactly where we are. And it's an energy. It's an energy that we got to understand that we're choosing to pick from. We're choosing this energy out of the things that's been given to us to create it from. So as I said to you guys before, the way you are, the way you act, the way you walk and talk, you have been programmed to be this way. And it's one of the reasons, again, why we say we are conscious, because when you're conscious, you understand this and you move differently. So for most of us, a lot of the struggles you face, a lot of the issues you have, you've been programmed to have them. And a lot of us have programmed ourselves to have these issues and we don't even realize it. This stuff is in our culture. It's everywhere. And we don't even realize it because we're looking at things as if it's entertainment, that there's no way that this could energetically hurt our community. And you begin to look back and see, the music. And we sung these things. If we're talking about energy association, we literally sung negativity into our spirits, into our souls, into our consciousness, right? We're singing songs like Women Love, I'm Going Down, Mary J. Blige, and all these other songs that we sung with so much energy and passion. We would sing these things into our atmosphere. We would sing these things into our consciousness, not realizing what we're doing, that the negativity that these songs speak of, we are manifesting them into our atmosphere, into our lives in a lot of cases. It's the same thing with hip hop music. Man, when we rap in these songs and we sing in these songs, there's an energy attached to these songs that's negative. And not everybody's going to be able to escape the negativity and the energy association with a lot of these words and terms, right? So that says here, music is a transfer of energy. What you're listening for in music is energy. Yes, music is vibrations, and vibrations literally produce energy. But I'm making a more abstract point. You don't really need to listen to form or structure or even melody and harmony to understand what is going on when you're listening to a song. It's the energy itself, where it's going, and where it just came from that matters. Think about that. Music is the language of energy, and it's telling you things in this language, which is transferring that literal energy into your body, which produces emotion in you. Energy in motion, emotion. So how you feel is directly being produced by what you hear. The artist already wrote all the notes. All the music was written to sound exactly as it does in every moment. So if you're sitting and thinking about your day or your job or something while you're listening to music, it's the equivalent of zoning out while someone is speaking to you. So we see it with hip hop. We see the same things we rapping about. We see it in the Black community. I talked about this a lot of times before, but you got to look at the smaller things. It's just, we see this whole culture that's been put out there to kind of sort of glorify homosexuality, and it's being put out there a lot. And it's a lot of little things that a lot of people don't look at, that, you know, when we're men calling each other daddy, men calling each other baby, and words that only a woman should be saying to a man. We don't look at these things as being something negative and putting out any type of energy. It's just was something normal that we gain accustomed to. If you, from the 90s, we used to say, suck my, you know what, as a negative, you know, context, not realizing, I mean, what are we actually saying here? Listen to a lot of rap songs back in the 90s. You hear a lot of people saying that, DMX. And we've seen this in a lot of different contexts, a lot of different songs, to where to us, it's just innocent. It's just music. We're not thinking about the energy association with a lot of these things. We're seeing it continue today. A lot of women are saying, bro. Men are saying to women, what's up, bro? And it's a thing that we look at as being innocent, and it's just a thing that's going on, but not realizing energy association with all of this. This is something that has been, you know, in the way of our progression for a lot of years, and we just never see it. It's because a lot of people don't understand how energy and connection works. And if you believe in, law of attraction, if you believe in manifestation or what have you, these are things you have to really think about and really understand what you're saying. We're living in an atmosphere that is controlled by word magic, they used to call it, but it's energy is what it really is. And the English language was built for this reason. We speak English for this reason, because they know they can control us energetically with these words. The old languages, tonal languages, as I talked about before, notice how when you're coming into America, you know, speaking English is a big deal. Anybody that doesn't speak English is a foreigner, right? Common sense, right? Okay, you're not from here, but it's looked at as a weird thing, right? And we just look at it as, well, it's because he's not from here, right? He just speaks a different language. But they want you to speak English desperately for you to get into this whole word association and this energy association, because English is important. It's why it's basically the global lingua franca right now. Everybody speaks English all over the world. And this is how they're able to spread this energy using this language. The English language was created for that reason. Attached to it is power, it's energy. Other words, the oldest languages, they rarely speak. They don't want you to speak them or even know them. And you begin to understand how this was developed and what this means. While Latin is looked at as this powerful language, it was looked at as a spooky, scary language. Remember, the older biblical manuscripts after Greek was written in Latin. And remember, they forbade anybody to translate them into any other language. And then eventually, once they understood English would be used for what it's been used for, we get the King James Version for those very reasons. And it's not a coincidence that sun is, it rhymes with sun, S-O-N-S-U-N, and it's giving us Jesus the Son and the sun in the sky. Same context. This is all a part of the whole situation that they put together for us to fall victim into this word magic. And people talk about gematria, people talk about, the numbers, all of it, the numbers, the words, all of it has a power to it that is an energy association, and it's an energy that we speak into ourselves on a daily basis that we don't realize it's a form of programming in so many different ways. The attachments to these words that we use and what it goes back to is a energy, is a frequency, sound. It's the stuff that comes off your mouth. And then having it on the inside in your mind is even more powerful. So when you think about falling asleep to a lot of these songs, and, listening to this music on a daily basis. A lot of people play the same songs, the same playlists on the way to work. It's just woven into a lot of people's lives. And it just takes, a certain atmosphere for you to be in for this to manifest in different ways. For some people, you won't have this effect because you're more conscious than you realize, or you might have more protection than you realize. But in some way, shape, or form, this has already manifested in probably all of our lives. And we've seen it with family and friends or what have you, to where they've fallen victim to what this whole word association or this energy association was put out to create. So when we look at hip hop culture, we see two of the main things that has been put out there to create in the black community, not just poverty, but we're talking about the whole gangster mentality, the violence that has created to generate, prisoners and, put money in undertakers' pockets and funeral homes' pockets. And the main thing is to simply keep black people from rising, to keep us in poverty and dependent on them, right? This is what we've seen hip hop music keep us doing. Because one, you have most black people, a lot of them want to be celebrities. They want to be rappers or what have you. Everybody's trying to get on and get put on. It's taken us away for too many years now from being entrepreneurs and being people that's in a situation that, of business, progress, you having a degree and being able to pass down businesses and knowledge to your family to where everybody has a hustle. We have this whole hustle mentality that we're proud of, but we don't realize it's exactly what they want us to have. There's nothing wrong with going to school and getting a degree and getting a high paying job and then opening a business and going from there. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's been put out there that this is this negative thing. And we've seen that from white culture as well. But the thing is, white culture is not suffering like us, so they can do what the fuck they want to do. But in the black community, we are at the lowest, right? So we can't afford to be blasé about it like they are. We need to do these things because they have done it to put them in the positions that they are in, right? So we have this whole culture to where we look down at, getting education. Everybody is obsessed with a hustle, get money quick. That is the way. Oh, I hustle. I get my money this way and that way. And we have looked at that as being the new success for black people, having a hustle, having a way to make money other than the traditional ways that we've seen the white community grow, right? It's not bad at all. And I keep trying to tell people, when you begin to understand the system and how it works and how there's so many things out there for you to benefit from it, if you use them and utilize them, then it's how you keep it a level playing field, right? Yeah, there's obstacles out there for black people that are not out there for white people, right? The thing is, you have to choose those obstacles or not. This is where knowledge comes in at.